Hello, today I'll talk about my round 2 game against Wait2Seconds for the Black and White Invitational tournament. The tournament is being hosted by Monai and it's being covered in the Revival Tournaments channel. I'll leave a link to the channel covering it in the description. Please go watch them. They're great, they're awesome, they're epic. Yeah, of course, the main direction of the community in general is ADVOU. There's love for Black and White too though, which is my generation. I like to create content for it because I think there is a certain lack of content in this generation. And yeah, I got a lot of positive feedback on my last video and I'm really happy, and I'll work hard to pass on my knowledge. Thank you guys for watching, and let's get into the game. So before I talk about the game, I want to talk a bit about my opponent. My opponent is Wait2Seconds. He is a French player that does really well in side tours usually, or I think he won a seasonal. He got far in the championship as well, so he's pretty well versed actually. And yeah, he beat M Dragon in the last round 2-0, and if he beat M Dragon, he's probably very good. Like, M Dragon is a legendary Spanish player. You have to assume that if he beats M Dragon, he's good. Obviously, that's not exactly how it works, but you get the idea. Anyways, his team is obviously Hyper Offense. I can guess the stats pretty easily. It's Scarf Jirachi, it's Psychic Volk, item could be Citrus Berry or Lumberry. It's Triple Magnezone or Air Balloon Magnezone, one of the two. I like Triple here, but Air Balloon is more common. Starmie is Hydro, Ice, Thunder. There is no reason to run HP Fire. It could be Psychic maybe if he's scared of Conkeldurr. That's a cool idea. Maybe he doesn't need Thunder to deal with Rain, because Thunder is it hits Politoed and Starmie, opposing Starmie, but Psychic hits Conkeldurr, so that's an idea. Dragonite is Lumberry, most likely. Could be leftovers, but this type of team is usually Lumberry. Garchomp is obviously Yache Berry, Swords Dance with Stealth Rock. Could be Sash as well, but I would use Yache Berry here, especially because you want to lure the Dragonite checks, so Yache Berry will help the Garchomp pretty well. It could be Habamberry if you're crazy, but not in this team, I don't think. So my team was more of a Skarm Hyper Offense, Skarm HO is it called, and this is lead Skarmory with Costa Berry. This type of team will just get hazards as soon as possible and try to outlast the opponent, but not just outlasting, also making the game fast. It's a different from an HO that uses setup sweepers. Skarm HO rarely uses setup sweepers. It's more about hazards and outlasting, but also forcing the game to be fast. That's pretty much it. You set up hazards, you attack, you check stuff, and you clean late game. There is no setup sweeping like Dragonite or Volcarona. Sometimes there is. Skarm HO with Volcarona, it's been used a lot and it's good, but this one doesn't have any setup sweepers. It's just hazards and attack. Obviously with that Jellicent to spin block. I also have Scarfladios, Life Orb Alakazam, 4 attack Keldeo, and a Scarfdar. So I thought this matchup was really good because Keldeo is just a monster here. He needs to deal with it with Starmie. I have an ice move, so Dragonite cannot deal with it. And he doesn't want to use Starmie to deal with Keldeo, he wants to use Starmie to spin, right? So my Keldeo is very good. Yeah, Alakazam can get kills if he gets turns to attack. Scarfladius is obviously amazing. Honestly, this matchup was looking really good, but yeah, let's see what happens. So I lead Skarmory, obviously he leads Magnezone to trap my Skarmory right away, and you're gonna see something weird already. Turn 1, you see that Magnezone outsped my Skarmory. Lead Skarmory will usually have max speed, right? And that outspeeds Magnezone. Skarmory is faster. Skarmory is 262 and Magnezone is 240. However, I wasn't using max speed Skarm, I was using a special defense Skarm with double hazard and Roost and Brave Bird, because I thought my team could be kinda weak to Alakazam because I'm using Scarftar. So I decided to use a normal Skarmory with two hazard moves and Roost, so I could check Alakazam better. Obviously it's not really a check to Alakazam, but it could help a lot. If I need the defensive Skarmory, I can be defensive. If I need the lead, I have Custap. So I thought it would be pretty good. However, that doesn't matter here, as he just Thunderbolts and gets me to Custap anyway. And yeah. So next turn, I Brave Bird instead of Spikes. Now, why did I do that? I was thinking how to deal with Magnezone after the Skarmory is dead. And I was thinking that this is Thunder Wave. Now look at my team. This is Scarftar, I don't want to take a Thunder Wave. This is Life Orb Zam. Without Focus Blast, definitely don't want to take a Thunder Wave. This is Scarfladius, I also don't want to take a Thunder Wave. So my idea was, okay, do I need spikes this game? I'm mainly trying to hit Volcarona and D-Knight with the hazards. I don't care much about these three guys. Maybe Garchomp is a little of a threat. Starmie will die to Teeter anyway, and Jirachi will probably Healing Wish or just U-turn around. So I thought, okay, let's just Brave Bird, get some chip on Magnezone, and finish off with Keldeo. And that's what I do. I go Keldeo and I Sacred Sword and it doesn't kill. And I die. Okay, so let's break it down. Where did everything go wrong? Let's pull the cock here. That's an important part, but let's look at the Keldeo first. I already spoiled because I had the other cock open. So Sacred Sword does 87 to 103 and Magnezone is at 92. So I had that. It was basically hitting a Focus Blast, right? 68 per chance to kill. However, I could have noticed that the Magnezone was bulky. And how? Obviously bulky Magnezone doesn't really exist. I guess it does now, because I lost to it. But usually it doesn't exist, so I just thought that Sacred Sword would kill. But I could realize that this is bulky, and that is because this Brave Bird damage is off. Obviously, asking me to do this is a little far-fetched, because I don't think most players would get this. But if I was a genius, or if I had a supercomputer in my brain, or by my side doing all the calcs, I would notice that Skarmory does 8.5 to 9.9. This means that the minimum damage that Skarm can do to Magnezone is 9. Because Pokemon Showdown always rounds 0.5 up. So 0.5 is always 9. It's always the next one. That means it cannot be 8 ever. Ever. But it's 8. So that's sus. Oh, but asking you to notice this is so unrealistic. Yes, it is. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Obviously, noticing that a few cogs are off during your games is a learned skill. It comes with experience. And you don't have to cog anything. If you play many games of a generation, of a tier, you're gonna mostly remember what the most common attacks do, how much an earthquake does to Caldio, from Gliscor, from Landorus, you know, that kind of thing. Now I don't remember exactly, but you know, I have a sense. It's more like, you know, 40 to, let's see, 50 to 40, right? And from Landorus a little more, maybe 55, 60. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, what am I doing? I'm playing guess the damage game for no reason. Yeah, 45 to 52. Last score is a little less, probably like around 40. Yep. So, yeah. Basically playing GeoGuessr with damage cogs. But, well, if I was better, I could have known that the Brave Bird damage is off, and I would have called this strategy off and gone something else, probably Alakazam, because I don't really care about paralyzing, actually. Maybe I do, but yeah, I thought I could finesse that. Looking back, I think the right play was just a spike and go Alakazam and hit the power of fire. ET waves, that's fine. I just sack Alakazam. It's not what is needed to win this game. What is needed to win this game is Calio. Of course, if I was the standard Teeter, I could also go Teeter and just not care about the pair at all. But I'm not. So I tried to go for display, and he survives, and he kills my Caldio. And the Caldio was the most important Pokemon on my team. So now I am in trouble. I go Latios and Dark Pulse because there's nothing else to do. I go Jellicent on Jirachi because that's the only response to Jirachi. Look at the other three guys. And there's a Volcarona. Now here I believe I make another misplay, which I thought it was a 50-50, but it's not. Basically what I thought at the time is that he might QD as I go Tyranitar and kill the Tyranitar because I'm Scarf. But I didn't think. I was tilted at this point. This is not a mistake I usually make, but I did because I was in the zone. As the kids say, I'm not locked in. I'm not locked in. If I was locked in, I would know that he thinks my Teeter is standard, because it usually is standard even on Scarm Hyper Offense. If he is standard, the play is always to Bug Buzz because you 2-hit KO it with Bug Buzz, and actually you don't even 2-hit KO, but you can get a drop, right? Or if you insect plate, maybe 2-hit KO. I don't know. The play is always Bug Buzzing. You don't QD into that. But since I'm Scarf, I thought, okay, he's gonna QD and then maybe kill me with Bug Buzz, or he's gonna QD and then try to Giga Drain if he went to this. So I could have Nightshaded because he's always Bug Buzzing. He's always Bug Buzzing. I could have Nightshaded safely. Obviously, it's risky. He could Giga Drain, but it's not. He's not Giga Draining. It was obvious, but I made the wrong play. I go Latios. He kills me with Bug Buzz. Yeah, from here on, it's a formality. Teeter, Crunch, Dish off the Volk. I try for a crit on Garchomp. I don't get the crit. The crit wouldn't even kill. Maybe if killed, I had a chance. Yeah, Earthquake kills me. I go Alakazam to finish Garchomp off. He just goes Jirachi. and he's gonna U-turn to seal the game. Obviously the 2 dragons deal with Jellicent and the Jirachi will deal with Zam. This is 100% over. Even Sex Star me for good measure, and he's gonna go Jirachi again and win the game. Nope. Yeah, at this point I'm not forfeiting because I don't usually forfeit games. You can always, I don't know, anything can happen. Even things outside game, maybe there's a thunderstorm in his house. But I'm already thinking about game 2 here. And yeah, it was Lumberry after all. I thought it could be leftovers because it's good with Healing Wish, but it's Lumberry. Just a standard set, probably like Fire Punch or Earthquake and the 4th move. Anyways, at this point I'm thinking what to bring for the next games, and I'm thinking of changing my mind. I was gonna bring something else, but since this guy played so well against offense, obviously with my mistakes, but he still played very well, I thought that I should adapt, and I didn't play well with offense as well. I think this is a pretty bad game on my end, so I want a fresh a breath of fresh air. I was gonna say fresh of a breath air. Yeah, but it's okay. I want a breath of fresh air. Let's just say that. So I decide that I'm gonna use 2 defensive teams from now on. And I think the defensive teams will do better against this person in particular. So let's just go to game 2. So I opted to bring this team because I think Gliscor is broken and this team supports Gliscor well. Although this team is not that solid, it's weak to many things. Hello motorcycle person. And yeah, his team is very known. It's just standard Titara, CB Mamoswine, normal Mungus, like standard Mungus. This is Stealth Rock U-turn Gliscor. This is SD Drill or Sub Drill. I've seen both, and this could be anything, but usually it's Sub Protect. Yeah, I think this matchup is okay as long as I control Drill and get spikes up as soon as I can be fine. Drill, of course, is a massive threat. If he outplays me, he can defeat me with it. If my 4 gets weakened, I can't deal with Mamoswine and Drill, so I have to position myself well this game as well. Let's get right into it. He goes Amungus, I go Gliscor. I'm just gonna protect for poison heal here. And yeah, this is his free foray. Of course I protect because it's CB. And yeah, I'm gonna get my first spike of the game. It's gonna do 19, so it does nothing. Or it's so tanky. And I spike, he goes Titara here. Of course I don't want to stay in because fire move Titara is a thing. And I go to my own Titara because Titara is not that useful in this matchup. He doesn't have a Latios or a Starmie to trap. So I can use the Titara more aggressively to scout sets, to mid ground, to predict, whatever. I can use Titara pretty aggressive in this game. So I end up switching here into my Titara, and he goes Gliscor, and I just Ice Punch because just get damage on it. Could have switched, but if he did, then that's fine. Thought he could U-turn to get momentum, so I just attack it. He goes Escadrille here, and yeah, I'm gonna go Gliscor because Gliscor is pretty healthy. The Iron Heads, this does 37%. This looks like Jolly damage. Of course, with Escadrille, you always have to guess whether it's Jolly or Adamant, right? Most of the drill is Jolly, or like strong Jolly or weak Jolly. If he's max attack Jolly, he does 38 minimum, 39 minimum, does 37. So this is like 40 attack Jolly maybe. like around here, behind 100 and more than 0. It's like, I don't know, I'm gonna say 40. Maybe 64, right? Because that kills Titar or something. Let's say 64. Of course, this is I'm zero def, yeah, so it's even weaker. It's gonna be like 40, yeah. I think 40 is a good estimate. But yeah, so he's just gonna go Caldia here and to pressure me, assuming I'm gonna protect. But I think Earthquake is pretty free. I mean, what's he gonna do? Go to Gliscor? I can just attack it too. Yeah, he goes Caldia, takes an Earthquake to try to pressure my Gliscor. And this turn is key because I don't know what Caldia this is. It could be like CM, HP Grass, could be Toxic, could be, I don't know, something crazy. So I don't think he's ever clicking the Ice move here. And the Earthquake did 41, so if I hit it another Earthquake, I could kill it. It turns out that was max damage. I didn't calc at all. Turns out I got max damage twice in a row, which is pretty fortunate for me. Pretty lucky. But I didn't know at the time. I just saw 41 and I'm like, okay, if I Earthquake again and I like Scalds, I can just get rid of this Scaldi right here. It's a good opportunity. And that's exactly what I do. I just Earthquake and he takes sand damage and dies. Now obviously like, he could like Ice move me, HP Ice, I would be dead and this game would be over. But I don't think he ever does that here. What's the point of using Ice move against Gliscor that's never gonna stay in? You know? The other is Calm Minds if he can beat Jettison, or he just gonna Scout to pressure me. So yeah, he goes Escadrille here. This turn, this Gliscor is very low, so I don't want this Escadrille to sub or like SD. It might protect, right? The Escadrille is usually sub, and sub drill here is a big problem. I can't just go 40 and take Earthquakes because I needed to check Mamoswine. So I decided to just go Titar and catch either sub or SD. If he Iron Heads, it's okay. I mean, Titar dies, but it's not the end of the world. I can still check drill between 40 and even like Jettison, and like heal the Gliscor and going like switching smartly. If I heal the Gliscor, they can also check drill too. So it's not the end of the world to just go Titar here, expecting like a sub or a SD, because my protect is so telegraphed, and I don't like making telegraph moves like this protect. So I'm just gonna go Titar, and he's gonna SD. I get fortunate in this play. He could have just subbed, and then I would have to kill it. I had to kill the sub, and then he kills me, and then I have to go 40. And I don't want to expose my 40 to any damage because Mamoswine is scary. But yeah, I would be fine if he just subbed or Iron Headed. It would be like, it wouldn't be a game changer. But yeah, I get fortunate in that. And now he's just gonna superpower in the Among Us. I considered going back to Gliscor, but it was a bit too greedy. But it would have been the right play, I think, because he's never sacking Excadrill. That's his main condition. But I ended up putting my foot off the gas and just superpowering. I should go Gliscor here, 100%, but it's okay. I just go Blissey because I think he's going to use status move, but he doesn't. He actually just doubles to Excadrill. It's a good play by him. He needs to make aggressive moves to get back in the game. That's a good play. I like it. Here I assume that he's gonna Iron Head or SD or a spin. Like, I don't know, it's hard to predict which move he's gonna use. Earthquake was fine too, because it also catches the Fortress. So I ended up going Jelly in a bad way, because I thought he was just gonna spin Iron Head, but I don't know. I ended up going on the Earthquake, and that was not good. And then my Jelly ended up dying with a crit, without crit. Because my Jelly is so bulky, and I know his drill is not that strong. Like, the Earthquake, I could live 2 and just Wisp. Hold on. And yeah, I could live 2 Earthquakes and just Will-O-Wisp. But he crit, so I'm dead. But it's okay. I go for A because it's the only way to switch into Pescador now. I guess I could go Tyranitar, but that just traps me in the previous sequence. So I go for A here for another spike. And I ended up Earthquaking here because I don't want to eat 3 Earthquakes, but I can spike here. And yeah, I get 1 layer. I want to get as much spikes as I can, as fast as I can, because these 2 guys are the main threats against me, and they all get crippled by spikes. So I really want spikes a lot. So yeah, he goes back to Drill here, and I go Gliscor. Yeah, Gliscor is pretty free because in this turn he's either stun sparring, HP fire, or doubling, and Gliscor covers all. I need HP. I need to heal. Yeah, I just protect, and here he Iron Headed. I think he Iron Headed because I made that play earlier. I guess he could have SD here. It's hard because I made that play earlier, right? And also, I don't think he kills in this range because he's not. I don't think he always kills. Like, he has a chance to kill. Yeah. Yeah, he has a chance to kill in his favor probably. So he's probably going for the roll. I guess, like, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think he could have predicted my protect, but it's hard to say. I understand him going for the roll, but I'm not likely to just Earthquake here. I think I want HP on this really bad. But yeah, it ended up working out. So yeah, he goes Gliscor, and him going Gliscor means that I just get a lot of HP now. My Gliscor is gonna be full HP, and since I healed my Gliscor, it's gonna be a win condition. Like after this turn, I know I should win. I should always win because Gliscor has a free win. Mamoswine has limited switch-ins because of spikes. Drill cannot spin very well because these 3 guys prevent spin from Drill, especially Gliscor and Fury. So this Mamoswine is constantly on a timer. Once it dies, Gliscor will just win the game. So all I need is patience here. All I need is patience. So I'll be patient. I'll go for an ice move. Ends up missing. I'm gonna get my 3rd layer because there's nothing else to do. And I'm just gonna go Zato here to prevent rocks from going up. And yeah, Titar comes out to trap my Zato. I can just go to my own Titar again. Chip it with U-turn. And yeah, he crunches, expecting maybe a reflect. But I'm leftovers. I'm not Rocky Helmet Reflect. I'm leftovers and other moves. So I'm gonna superpower. I'm just really attacking what's in front of me. I don't need to do anything. And yeah, Glysker comes out. I just go to my Glysker. He's gonna U-turn to Mamoswine. That's minus 25. Just protect, discard his move. And yeah, it's not much else here. He had a pretty one-sided game 1, and I managed to bring it back game 2. Yeah, I can just spin here and just go to Glysker, try to SD. And he goes Among Us. Now here, I guess he could have a chance if he's Worry Seed, but that doesn't really exist anymore. Yeah, predict my SD, minus 25 though. He's gonna Ice Shard, because I could be fast, but I'm not. Just my special defense. And you're gonna see here that Fortress does a great job checking Escadrille actually. If you don't like directly switch. On Earthquake, like I'm gonna 2-hit KO with Earthquake, and his one is gonna 33, which is like a 4-hit KO. So our Fortress is chilling. My Glysker would check his Glysker also because I have Ice Fang, so that was really nice. He's gonna go to Memo one more time, and here I could just sax that too, but I can just scout his move too. Yep, and yeah, there's nothing else. Memo's fine instead, the spikes, and Glysker as a win. I'm just gonna put it on hyper fast because there's really nothing else. This matchup could have gone bad if Escadrille got space. So me getting the turns right with Glysker versus Drill twice really put me ahead. If he got them right, then I could easily lose this game. So it was less one-sided than it seems, in my perspective, because Escadrille is a massive threat to the team I used. So yeah. Okay, so here we are in game 3. As I said in game 1, I wanted to bring defensive teams from now on in the last 2 games, and I chose this team from DICE. This team has Shed Shell Skarmory because I edited it. A friend suggested me that since I have so much Skarmory in my scout, I could use Shed Shell instead of Rocky Helmet. And if I have Shed Shell, I need to put Earthquake on Glysker. This is usually Taunt, SD, Taunt, Protect, and Facade. And also put Hidden Power Fire on Latios to have a chance versus Scissor. So I'm very weak to Scissor. Yeah. And yeah, this team is pretty solid. I like it, but obviously has some glaring weaknesses. I think this changes make it better. I think Rocky Helmet is nice, but I like Earthquake. As for his team, I used this team in the ladder before, but it was like for fun, not too seriously. And it's like Literakion, Subcharge Beam Zone, but especially defensive Conkeldurr. Latias is Healing Wish with screens, well, reflected light screen, right? DD is Crafty with Rain Punch, and Scarf Jirachi. Now this team wins by basically punching holes with Conk, bringing it back to life, setting up screens, and winning with Scrafty. The point of Scrafty is to get 2 Dragon Dances, because 1 Dragon Dance is not enough to outspeed stuff. But 2 Dragon Dances, you not only outspeed stuff, you also kill stuff, and you're immune to status, so it's not a great Pokemon, but it's very dangerous. Given the right opportunity, it will win the game. So I'm gonna hit play. I'm gonna lead with Hippowdon here to get sent up as soon as possible. Here I have to go Skarmory on his bulk up. Have no other play, just have to Whirlwind. And then, yeah, I just take a Drain Punch. Here he notices that I'm Shed Shell. You see that no Rocky Helmet was triggered, and I have no leftovers. So there is one item I could have, and it's Shed Shell. So that's an information he has now. He goes U-turn on my Hippowdon. Of course I could have stayed, but he also could have tricked. If he tricked, that would have been game over. And here, basically, like, I see my timer going down here, and this is one of the situations where you have to assume that your opponent has a moveset that you can beat. If you think that he has a moveset that just exhails you, then there's no point in playing the game. So you have to assume that he has a moveset that you can beat. In this case, Payback versus Ice Punch. If he's Ice Punch, there is no way around this game. I just lose the game. Straight up. There is no Pokemon in the roster that I have that can beat Ice Punch Conkeldurr. If he's Payback, I could 1v1 with Gliscor, or try to 1v1 with Gliscor, and finish it off with something else. And then maybe I could get Spikes. I could get Skarmory going, so I can prevent Conk from just coming back and winning the game again. So I had to hope that Gliscor won the 1v1, but I don't have any other choice. I go Gliscor and just Swords Dance and just spam Earthquake to hope to get a crit or something. And yeah, you're gonna see that he will bulk up. And I think he should have just spam bulk up, but he ends up paybacking here, which gives me the information that I probably can beat this thing now, because he just revealed no Ice Punch. So I just keep Earthquaking. I want the crit. I think if he keeps bulking up and then Drain Punches, I just lose. But I'm not sure. I have to test this 1v1 with my ult, like playing myself. But I think I just lose. I'm supposed to lose this, but it's okay. Since I didn't, I have a kill here. He has to sack something. He will sack Magnezone because, as I said before, he got the information that I'm Shed Shell already from the Drain Punch plus no lefties. So I get the kill Magnezone here. And here he's the Screen Latias. I just want to stall the screens after she sets it. Just SD. I could have Facade here. I don't know why I protected. That was a bad protect. That was a free Scrafty for him. But Scrafty at this point is not much of an issue. Here is around here that I recognize that his win condition is last Pokemon Scrafty. What that does is prevent Scrafty from getting Whirlwind away. And with the Reflect and a lot of Dragon Dances, the Scrafty could 1v1 the Skarmory. If it can't be Whirlwinded away, it would just kill Skarmory eventually, and then sweep my team. So this is all about positioning. I have to position myself in a way that Scrafty will not win the game late game. But this is really hard because he can give the Scrafty 2 lives with Healing Wish. Right, so he's not Healing Wishing the Conkeldurr anymore. He's Healing Wishing the Scrafty. I guess he could have Healing Wished the Conkeldurr, But then we're back in the same scenario where Gleisker tries to 1v1, gets Conkelder low. Even if Gleisker dies, that's another life of Conkelder wasted. So I think he's going to save his healing wishes for Crafty. Obviously, he could try to do Conk. I didn't write off that possibility, but I think his main condition here is just Crafty. So he's going to try to fish for a freeze here, of course. And I get spikes here because as Crafty, I should have. That was my bad. But I should have got spikes there because Crafty as +1 is not too dangerous. His biggest danger if he's +2. But yeah, I see Conk here. Now I can get spike because if I had Brave Bird, I could just Brave Bird. Like, he's probably wants his rocks up, yeah. I think like it was pretty risk free. Like if he bulk up, he was low enough that I could just attack him. Yep. I go with Paladin here. He goes Tough Rock and I just get rid of this as he taunts me. There's nothing else to do other than Earthquake. But yep, not much. And you see C's for chip damage. It's not too important. I don't use this hippo to counter anything. Latias comes out, and here I want to pass a wish to Skarmory because I took the hit from Rain Punch earlier. I want my Skarmory to be out there. And I just go Jirachi to pass a wish. Potentially get some more spikes. Yeah, so there's the first TD. I can spike here. I'm not scared of +1's Crafty. Yeah, I realize this now. And then he just DDs again, and I can ruin now. Completely fine. I just have to avoid this Crafty from being the last mon with Reflect Up and healthy. In that condition, this Crafty will 6-0. Always. So yeah, Latias doesn't have special attack EVs. It's screens Latias with max HP and max speed. So I can just spike for free actually. I don't even get to hit KO'd by Draco. Which is a bit funny. Some Fizdaf. So here I don't wanna get tricked. I just go to Jirachi to absorb the trick. I guess Hippaldon was better, but Jirachi gives less free turns to them. Also could flinch this Crafty and Latias down. It came down to it. Now I just go Skarmory because I wanna heal. Yeah, you can Draco me again. It's not gonna kill. Yeah, 35. That's nothing. It's no special attack Latias. And I can heal again here and just Whirlwind and try to get them low, so they waste a life. Yeah, Jirachi. Just want to get them low and get them stepping on spikes endlessly, but not actually dying. Yeah, he's gonna Drain Punch. I can seal here. Actually, I drop back. That's smart. Yeah, I popped the citrus here. If he had leftovers, this could have been a harder game, because if he had leftovers, then that means he heals more, right? Because this is a long-term win con. Being a long-term win con means that leftovers will heal much more than citrus berry long-term, right? You heal much more than 25%. You'll heal like 100% over a lot of turns. So he just did this, and yeah. The Drain Punch, I get some damage on it, drop back. I could do this because, as I said, +1's Crafty doesn't scare me. Could even drop back again now. I think I just ruined. No, I drop back. Nice. And now his Crafty is low, so he needs to get out. And yeah, I drew back again. I think this was a mistake because I could just ruin, right? He's so low and he needs to get out. So if I ruin here and I got this crafty again, the game is over. So that's a bit of a missed opportunity to finish off the game, because I don't think he was ever drain punching again. He would be so low. Yeah, he really wishes now. It's alright. He's gonna bring Scrafty back. 76%. And yeah, I drew back the Latias here. And Latias is gonna reflect. So ruined. I suppose I could have drew back here for a crit. Because if he crit the Latias, then this Crafty won't get the healing wish. Even he has a reflect, but he would not really wish. I could draw back him to death, probably. So yeah, I get this crafty again. Yeah, he goes Latias here. I draw back, and here is the big turn. So he really wishes here. He has 5 turns of reflect. I don't know if I beat him. He gets to DD twice, Drain Punch, heal, still has reflect. I don't know. I'm doing 24%. He's gonna get +2. But I think he can Drain Punch enough off to kill the Skarmory, then just sweep my team. So there is one way I can stop this crafty sweep, which is going my Latios on the healing wish, because then I can Draco Meteor. But he could also Draco Meteor if he sees that. But I think this is a 50-50, pure 50-50 for the game. But the thing is, I think he's tunnel visioned enough. On getting last one crafty on Skarmory, so I can just go at this more safely. Jirachi could also maybe work if I get flinches on him. Like I have Iron Head and he's still faster after +1. Jirachi could work. Like maybe that was I don't know. Considering I think like if he Dracos, like I think Jirachi could just finish the game also. But if I don't get the flinches, then no. But yeah, I mean I prevent. I don't know if I'm faster because I'm like fat Jirachi. I might not be faster. Already, I think I am, right? I just am. Okay. So okay, never mind. I thought it was a 50-50 back then, but now that I think about it, if he Dracos the Latios, the Jirachi can finish the game. Unless, because of spikes, yeah. So I go Latios, and that closes up the game. Dracos, Jirachi finishes the game. I didn't think that Jirachi would finish the game when I clicked this move, but now I see that I was worrying for nothing, basically. Kind of. He healing wishes, so I just Draco Meteor for the win. Latios is the only one that can offensively threaten Scrafty like this. Before he has Dragon Dance and drop a Draco and just kill it. So yeah, that was game 3. It was very tough. I think it's less one-sided than it looks also, because I could easily choke. Although I got very fortunate with bringing Shed Shell versus Magnezone, but yeah. Yeah, I mean I don't think like his team was a bit like too solid. It's mostly like a matchup fish, but Conkeldurr is so dangerous. I mean, if you keep up with Black and White scene, I think you know that I lost to Bea with the Conkeldurr sweep. Maybe Maybe you know that it was in Black and White Cup round 6, but it's okay. Yeah, that was my game against Wait2Seconds. GG to Wait2Seconds. You're really good. I enjoyed our set a lot, and I see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.